So we've got some breaking news, Justin. The Trump administration has begun demolishing some parts of the White House, specifically the East Wing of the White House, to make way for Donald Trump's planned $250 million, 90,000 square foot ballroom. This is just breaking from the Washington Post. They say demolition crews have begun tearing down part of the White House to build President Donald Trump's long-desired ballroom, despite his pledge that construction of the $250 million addition would not interfere with the existing building. Construction teams Monday were demolishing a portion of the East Wing with a backhoe ripping through the structure, according to a photo shared with the Washington Post, and two people who witnessed the activity and spoke on the condition of anonymity to describe it. A cluster of people, including members of the Secret Service, stood on the steps of the Treasury Department to watch the construction unfold, said one of the people. Sounds of constructions were also audible on the White House campus. And then they go ahead and they show Donald Trump's quotes from earlier where he said, "It won't interfere with the current building. It will be near it, but not touching it, and pays total respect to the existing building, which I'm the biggest fan of." So is this how you respect the White House, Donald? Is this how you respect the people's house? As Midas Touch editor-in-chief Ron Filipkowski says, this is a desecration and an abomination. First, he posts an AI video of himself wearing a crown and dumping shit on the heads of Americans. Then he starts tearing down a part of the White House for his Mar-a-Lago-style ballroom. I gotta say, this is all quite the metaphor for what Donald Trump is doing to our country. We're gonna keep following this and more. Make sure you're following our account, spread the word, and listen to the Midas Touch podcast on Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
So let me get this straight. America has money for Donald Trump to build a $250 million ballroom add-on to the White House. But yet, we don't have money to help America. But yet, we're going broke. Make this make sense now. We got all this money for all these unneeded things, unneeded stuff in the world. But yet, we don't have no money to help the American people. Yet, the government is in a shutdown. Yet, people are going without pay. And you telling me this is a time for Donald Trump to spend $250 million to build a new ballroom. What is this country coming to, man? What is this country coming to? You know, I feel that's all right wrong. People going without they pay. People working without getting paid. And you worried about building a $250 million ballroom? Only in America. This is what they mean when they say America, the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. This is a clear sign right here of the rich getting richer and the poor getting poorer. You building this in a time where people is losing their job. That $250 million could do a lot of good in America. This is why I say I don't believe America where we always crying broke. We are not as broke as we always crying we are. If stuff like this going on. Make it make sense, America.